Hello and welcome back to another Talk video. In today's one we're going to look at the TMNT, the UK magazines from Panini, issue number 18. Now this one is called Truth Hurts, and we get to see Rav, he's hit by a dart from Fishface and now has to tell the truth. However, because of this, Fishface and Raza try to use this opportunity as a way to try and get Rav to reveal where the lair is, and yeah. So I'd say that with this one, I don't really remember this reading this one as a kid all too much. And I'll just say that after reading it, I do think it was like a decent plot, I want to say, and I do feel like it would be something which I would expect to see from like a comic, especially from like a magazine. And I'd just say that with this story, it was very basic in what you would expect. And I'd just say that even after all that, even knowing like my expectations would be low for this one, I'd just say that I was still like very disappointed that this was like the direction which I went in, and even more so that just like how boring it was and just how cliche it was. So yeah, oh boy. Okay, yeah, so we do first start off with the turtles. They're running across the rooftops, and we do get to see Donnie. He's arguing with everyone else just because he wanted one slice of pizza from the pizza, and it was the last one. However, he accuses Mikey of stealing it because, well, you know, it's Mikey, so you would expect that. And we do get to see Fishface. He accidentally hits Raph with the truth serum dart, and this results in Raph blurting out some stuff which he didn't mean to say, such like him saying that he is jealous of Leo with his leadership and all that kind of stuff. And he also goes on to reveal that he was also the one who ate Mikey's slice of pizza, and it was Donnie's last slice of pizza, and it only gets worse from here, as you can imagine, just because we do get to see Raza and Fishface. They show up and they do start like a big fight with the turtles. However, because of this, the turtle's a bit concerned with Raph because he's been like you know, he's saying all these weird and wacky things, and then they realise, oh shit, it's a truth serum kind of thing. And Raph goes on to like blurt out a lot of other weird stuff, like saying that he's angry, he feels embarrassed, and this, that, and everything else in between. So I'd say that I do like this bit because it does show Raph's more vulnerable, and he's able to definitely open up a lot more, but that's not because he wants to, more so that he has to. And I feel like this is like a really good opportunity to really develop his character in quite a few interesting ways. Shame they don't really go too much into it and go much beyond that, but oh well, it is what it is. So after that, we do get to see like Fishface and Raza. They come over to Raph and like, okay, so where's the lair? And we do get to see Raph. He goes on to trying to reveal where the lair is. However, the turtles do quickly take him away, just because, well, they don't want his lair to be revealed and that kind of stuff. So Raph, he decides to go off on his own, try and escape from them. And then after that, we do get to see Raza and Fishface. They do catch up with Raph and they ask him again. And Raph nearly tells them. However, he punches himself out. And I won't lie, this was actually quite funny just because it wasn't what I was expecting like Raph to do in this situation, but I am glad that it was the way they went around it. And to save Raph, the other turtles, they jump down the foot bikes and take Raph away. And we do get to see Donnie, he even shoots Fishface with one of the darts. And on the final page, I would have to say that this was actually quite funny because we do get to see Mikey, he's asking Raph a few questions about the truth serum, just because like with the truth serum it's going to wear off in a few hours, so we also have like a few opportunities to ask like some interesting questions which they also want to know about Raph. And one of them is Mikey's one, asking if he likes Mikey's jokes, and Raph goes on to reveal that he does find some of them funny, which is a win for Mikey. Something which I was not expecting because I would have thought that Raph would have been a lot more like annoyed or angry or something along those kind of lines against Mikey's jokes, but I'd say that at the same time it's quite nice to know that he does like them. And then after that, for the final bit on the page, we do get to see Tiger Claw. He's like asking Fishface and Raza, like, you know, like why, like, you know, like why do you screw this up? Like why do you even keep hiring and all that kind of stuff? And because of Fishface and his like truth serum that was ingested into him, he goes on to reveal some interesting things as well about Tiger Claw. And he goes on to say that, oh yeah, Tiger Claw is a coward, and you know, he keeps hiring them despite him being a coward and all that kind of stuff. And then he goes on to say that, oh yeah, you know, you basically like you dress up like a cowboy and you wear a neck scarf, and then after that we do get to see Tarkor just throws him out the window, and yeah, that's a great response to all of this. I can't lie about that. But yeah, so I'd just say that overall with this issue, it was not the best. I won't lie. I do feel like this one was definitely lacking in a lot of like areas which I was expecting it to be a lot more interesting, and I do feel like the plot is very basic and simple, and something which you would expect to see in like a UK magazine or a comic or something like that. And I'm glad that I didn't choose this one for the show because it is a bit awful. But I do feel like at the same time they didn't really do all too much with the whole thing with Raph being under the influence of like blurting out the truth, except for the fact that he tried to, like, Fishface and Razar tried to take this opportunity to try and get the, like, you know, whole thing about the lair, but it doesn't work. But I feel like there's also like other bits which, I mean, I do definitely feel like also at the same time with the final page where there are written stuff about the, you know, about Raph and Fishface, about their true feelings and thoughts about certain people. I feel like that would be a lot more interesting to just see that throughout the whole issue, but unfortunately it isn't. But oh well. But yeah, I mean, I wish I could say there's a lot, you know, I wish I could like talk like a lot more about it, but unfortunately I can't because, you know, there's barely anything to really talk about. But yeah, oh boy. So yeah, let me know in the comment section below what you think about this issue. Do you like it? Do you not? And yeah, that's game for today, guys. It's some police shows grown up stuff. Goodbye, yo, bye.